Good morning, amigos. Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. How you guys doing? Hope everything's good with you guys. You're enjoying the holidays, and they're coming up pretty soon. This year has gone by really fast. So I hope you guys enjoy these holidays with your family, friends, and whatnot. It's been a great year for boxing, a lot of great fights. But today we're going to talk a little bit about continuing to speak a little bit more about Mr. Subriel Matias, the Puertorican Monster, El Monstruo Boricua, Subriel Matias from Barrio Paternillo in Fajardo, Puerto Rico. We're going to talk a little bit more about him and the ripple effect that his victory and destruction over the trash-talking Shawn Ergashev. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one, but it's a really hard first name to pronounce. But anyway, after the destruction of Ergashev by Subriel Matias inside of 5-6 rounds, I believe he quit in his corner. There has been a lot of comments from detractors and people that still do not give him credit. And I want to, first of all, before I go into that, I want to thank all of you who have actually subscribed to my channel. There's been a lot of comment, a lot of buzz in my YouTube channel about this subject, and I just wanted to thank all of you. To be honest with you, because I love the sport of boxing. I've been involved in boxing for many decades, and I remember the first time I fell in love with the sport. I went to see a championship fight in Puerto Rico when I was 10 years old at the Hiram Bithorn Stadium, and it was Carlos Ortiz versus Sugar de Leon. And champion Carlos Ortiz, Puerto Rican versus Cuban-born Sugar de Leon. Carlos Ortiz gave this guy a beating. It was an experience I'll never forget, and since then I've been in love with this sport, and I love talking about the sport, and I just learn every day. It's a sport where you learn every day, and if you believe you know it all, you got to have a little bit of humility and be humble and not think you know everything about the sport. That's the reason why I appreciate your comments. I appreciate everything you guys are doing to promote this channel. But going back to the subject, I was watching some of these detractors. In specific, we are talking about Shawn Porter on his podcast had Teofimo Lopez as a guest yesterday, and they were talking about the fight between Ergashev and Subriel Matias. And Shawn Porter was talking about his previous comments about Subriel Matias, and the fact that he does not have him ranked in the top 3 in that division, an 140-pound division. He was giving his version and his take on why he doesn't have him in the first 3 spots. And what he said really boggles the mind, guys. It makes me laugh. But he says that Subriel Matias gets hit a lot, has no defense, is a one-dimensional fighter. So what was Shawn Porter's style? Can you please tell me? Wasn't he one-dimensional? That's all he did. What style did he have? So anyway, it's funny that you have some of these boxers talk about one-dimensional and criticizing other fighters that are way better than they are. All right, Subriel Matias has his style. It's worked for him perfectly, 100% knockout ratio. Every single victory made the last 5 opponents quit on their stools. Has destroyed opponents, and he still does not get the nod and the recognition that he deserves. Now, when he spoke to Teofimo Lopez, he asked him, "Hey, have you been watching this guy?" And you know how Teofimo Lopez is. He talks a lot of trash. "Oh no, I haven't been watching. I'm focused on my career. I'm focused on trying to get better mentally and enjoy life. Blah blah blah. All this other stuff." So we don't know if he's going to continue boxing. He's just pulling our chain, janking our chain, or what's the deal with this kid? But anyway, when asked about Subriel Matias, he said, "Yeah, he's a good fighter. You know, that's the reason why he's a champion. But I can take him out in 4 rounds. 4 rounds. So these guys talk, but none of them want to face the fire and the smoke from Subriel Matias. Is my estimation. They're just talking for, you know, just to boost their ego and to actually talk to their fan base and all this other stuff. But boxers nowadays are not what they used to be, and that's the reason why I like Subriel Matias so much, because he's a throwback fighter. If you watch the fighters from the 50s and the 60s, man, that's how they used to fight. Coming forward, you know, they fight 12 times a year, 8 times a year. I mean, they were constantly fighting and fighting the best, not just, you know, low-hanging fruit like some other champions. But anyway, guys, that's what I wanted to mention. I don't know what's next for Subriel Matias. I think a fight between him and a former champion would be a solid former champion like Ramirez would be great. He's been talking about possibly fighting in Puerto Rico, in the Choliseo there in Puerto Rico, and that would be great for all his fan base in the island. And I know it's been growing. At the beginning, not many people knew him when he first came out, and he has actually caught the attention of the Puerto Rican pride and the Puerto Rican pride in boxing. You know, if you don't know, you guys that aren't from the island, I was actually raised there since a young kid. I can tell you that the main sport in Puerto Rico was baseball and boxing. And I've been watching boxing since I can remember, on TV, my family, you know, my grandfather, my father, everybody watching all the boxing matches. And I remember the whole neighborhood, you know, everything stopping, everybody watching fights in front of their TV. So boxing is really big over there. This guy, Subriel Matias, looks like the next idol of the island. We already have Amanda Serrano, who is great, and we have some up-and-comers too, and some other champions that are making the island proud. But I can tell you guys that this guy transcends not only the island, is all over the world. In Europe, in other parts of this world, they are following Subriel Matias because he's the real deal. He's somebody that is actually going to do a lot of good for the sport of boxing if they give him a shot. If the powers that be give Subriel Matias his due and let him fight the best. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to fight up-and-comers or has-beens or anything like that, like some of these other fighters like Ryan Garcia is trying to do, and all these other guys, man. You know, it's too many to mention. That's the mentality nowadays. But anyway, guys, again, thank you for your support. I just wanted to touch base and see what your comments are regarding what Shawn Porter said, regarding what Teofimo Lopez said, that he could take Subriel Matias out in 4 rounds. Guys, like and subscribe. I appreciate that, the subscription. I appreciate the likes and the shares. I appreciate your support. Thank you again for following another episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. If you're ever down this neck of the woods, come by and say hi, all right? Love to have you. Wednesdays, we have sparring, so it's a great day to come by and visit. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Gracias, amigos. God bless you all, and peace.